Today, our trust in each other is put to the ultimate test.
Let's talk about that. Good Mythical morning.
We've been friends for 37 years and counting. Are you counting?
Yeah.
Counting the,
Constantly,
is
by
it
the second.
Is it a countdown? Or don't answer that. One of the most important things in a friendship, especially to last this long, is trust, right? For example, Rhett, I trust that if we're in a Titanic situation, if that were to happen, that you would move your lanky butt over on that door and we'd spoon for warmth until we were rescued.
Okay.
So do you remember when our trust was first established?
Well, probably the first time we spooned. But
Talking
also
about that camping survival situation?
but also, seriously, I think it was in elementary school when John Carson was picking on you, and I pushed him in the stomach, and I ended it right there.
I think that is when my trust in you was established. I think that's true.
Okay, well, when was my trust in you established?
I'm thinking maybe today. It's time for Do You Trust Me?
Do you trust me? Well, do you, punk? How about when I'm throwing stuff at your junk?
Here's how it works. This game is going to test our friendship in a variety of extreme ways. That may mean physical trust, mental trust, good old-fashioned friendship trust. Whatever that is, you'll find out. In each round, we're going to be given a trust testing task.
Trust testing task.
And we'll both have a chance to be the task doer and the truster.
Yeah, the truster is gonna have to guess whether or not he trusts the other guy to successfully pull off a specific task at hand. And the truster only wins points if his guess about the doer proves true. And there will also sometimes be points on the line for the doer as well. Points are gonna escalate each round. The winner gets a special prize, but the Mythical crew will not tell us what it is, so we'll just have to trust them.
Welcome to the Trust Zone, boys.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course. This round will test how well you can trust each other physically. So the blindfolded truster with a target strapped to his inner thigh, which I believe is Link, must assume a squatting position, while the doer, which in this case is Rhett, launches balls at said target. So if you could assume the positions that we discussed briefly before this, you'll see Rhett has the ball launcher, Link is in a squat, and the question is, Link, do you trust that Rhett can hit that target 2 times in 1 minute? And here's the caveat, while not ever hitting your junk.
You got pretty good aim. You ever used a dog ball launcher like that before?
Not this one in particular. This is new territory for me.
2 targets.
But I'm trying. If I hit you in the balls, I get disqualified or I don't get points. So I'm trying. You know, I'm not going to be messing around here. I'm really trying.
Okay, I'm gonna say I trust his aim. Okay.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
No. Did I hit the target?
Yes.
Oh yeah, 1 for 1, baby.
Hey, it was the gun. It was the gun. I mean, I was aimed perfectly. It was just a little kick.
Come on, man.
It was a little
Are
kick.
you serious?
I was trying to hit I was not going for your balls,
First one was
man.
right on.
I know, and I did the same thing, but it kind of kicked. Thing's got a lot of power. It's kicked.
I gotta say, you didn't hit my balls.
What did I hit? The tallywhacker?
You hit the top of the torpedo.
And
boy,
wow. That's a different kind of pain.
in some ways that's just as bad.
Different kind of pain. Doesn't linger as much, but it stings.
All right, we're all switched up, Rhett. Do you trust that I will not hit your junks,
Well,
but instead hit your target?
I've learned 2 things, which
Twice.
kind of gives me a little bit of an advantage. One, you may feel some vindictiveness right now because I just hit you in the nads.
You
So
think?
that's difficult to control. I know you. And second of all, I do believe there was some equipment malfunctioning. I'm just saying that it's a Nerf gun. It's not like a rifle. It doesn't go exactly the same place. So there's user error probably, but also equipment unpredictability. So I'm going to say I do not trust you. to get through this. I do not trust you to hit this target twice in a minute. If you do it, you get
if
points.
I nail
and if
the
you don't, I
target,
get points.
only I get points.
Yeah.
But when I trusted you, we both could have gotten points.
Right. I understand
All right,
how
I'm
trust
ready.
works.
I'm ready, Stevie.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay. That felt like it missed.
That was a little wide.
No.
Also a little wide.
Hold on. Where is it going? It's over my shoulder?
It's going way too far. I got to aim for the nuts to hit the...
No. Oh.
That was the target. Wasn't
Okay.
it?
Yeah,
I
That
believe
was
it.
target.
I believe it was. No, that
A
was
little high.
That's gonna hurt if it hits the net.
Ah! Come on!
Oh God!
It aims straight when I don't want it to.
No!
Yes! Boom! I did it! I did it! Woo! I didn't do that. All right, so
Oh, whoa!
I hit the target twice. I get a point. Rhett, you get no points. That's what you get for not believing in me, man.
Sorry.
A few days ago, we spoke to your wives, and they divulged some particularly embarrassing stories about the two of you.
What?
Okay.
Things you would probably rather not have shared all over the internet.
I thought I told you never to talk to my wife.
I didn't know you
Again.
knew who our wives were.
Then we gave you each a choice. Let's roll the first clip.
Rhett, please, welcome to your chair at your desk.
Oh, just like home.
I have a blank white envelope, except for
Yeah.
in the envelope, there is an embarrassing story about Link. So I want you to open it. I want you to read it to yourself. So you have a
Okay.
choice to make. Are you going to keep his story a secret and in turn have an embarrassing story read about you, but you're protecting your friend? Or are you going to read his embarrassing story out loud and therefore we won't get to hear an embarrassing story about you?
My life is in your hands.
Yeah, so Link, do you have enough trust in Rhett to believe that he decided to have his own embarrassing moment revealed in order to protect you?
No. I mean, do I really have to think about this? No, man. You started reading that story like, I can't wait for everybody to hear this. It didn't even cross your mind to protect me, man. I do not trust him.
Let's see.
Stevie, I think I'm gonna read this out loud.
Of
It's
course.
not that I'm not interested in protecting Link. It's very difficult to embarrass Link, and I think that he would
Yeah.
probably be proud of this moment.
Okay, let's hear it.
One night after a date, Link and I pulled over. This is his wife.
With, yeah.
Yeah,
I just
this
wanted
is
to-
this is. I think Christy
Where is
wrote
this
this. This is not
going?
from me.
After a date, pulled over.
One night after a date, Link and I pulled over to what we thought was a secluded hiking area. Things were heating up
Oh,
when an entire Boy Scout troop emerged from the woods and approached the car and saw us. I was mortified, but Link didn't seem to mind. He said, "This is a great thing for the Boy Scouts to learn. A real life experience." See, man, do I need to protect you from that? That's the kind of thing that you would shout from the mountaintops if you could remember it.
I remember that. I am surprised that Christy shared that.
Yeah, it's more embarrassing for her because she's
I'm
married
embarrassed
to you.
for her, but I'm not embarrassed for me. But like,
Because every day she makes the decision to still be married to you.
Okay, so you guessed correctly, but Rhett, let's see how Link handled things.
Link, inside this envelope is an embarrassing story about Rhett. Please read it to yourself and no one else. You have to make a choice. You can keep this story to yourself and therefore protect your friend, or you could read it out loud, and by reading it out loud, you protect yourself. What is your choice going to be?
Rhett,
Um,
do you trust Link to sacrifice himself in order to keep your embarrassing moment a secret?
There's a lot of things going on in my mind right now. Number one, this is something that my wife told you guys. I'm genuinely flummoxed. And that's the first time I've used the word flummoxed in 2021.
I'm glad to bring you to that point.
I think you read it, bro. I think you did the same thing to me.
Really? You don't trust me?
I feel like it goes both ways, that you would get a kick out of reading. I don't know, unless you're trying to seem more trustworthy. It's all about
Think about that.
It's all about appearances.
There you go.
Yeah. I think you read it, though.
I think it would be good for him for this to be out in the open.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Rhett hates seeming vulnerable. One night we were hanging out with Lincoln Christie, that's me and my wife, and Rhett, my friend, seemed a little off. His face turned green and he began rocking back and forth. It seemed like he was going to pass out, but to show what a man he was, Rhett stood up and attempted to walk. He looked like a toddler trying to take his first steps. I had to grab him before he fell and forced him to put his head between his knees. And that is not the end of the story, because at that point, he fell over on the floor and fainted. And then he kind of came to pretty quickly. And when he came to, he was kind of like a baby. He didn't know where he was, and he was looking into Christie's eyes like he didn't know who anybody was.
Yeah. Okay, so now you're telling
I was
the
like,
story.
that's my wife. She just saved your life.
I did remember waking up and seeing your wife like an angel right there, and then I was like, where am I?
You couldn't have known.
That was a little, I mean, I got it right, but I don't know. That was a more embarrassing story than the Boy Scouts. I mean, there were no Boy Scouts there to see me faint. Did you know that episode 3 of RONSTADT, the scripted podcast we're starring in, dropped today?
Yeah, I did.
You get to meet one of Link's characters, Knee Slapper. He's a former comedian, currently undead zombie, who only wears boxer shorts. And if that doesn't get you to listen to RONSTADT, I don't know what will.
Yeah, check out RONSTADT on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget to follow so you don't miss an episode. If you want more info, go to mythical.com/RONSTADT. David Hill.
Hey, morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody. It's just us, man.
Before we kick off this last round, there is a surprise in store for the loser. Whoever has the least amount of points at the end of the game will have their second embarrassing story revealed in Good Mythical More. So, with that in mind, let's get started. In front of you are 3 meatballs, and 2 of them are nasty meatballs. Also in front of you is David Hill, of course, the master of the shell game. If you don't remember, let me refresh you on why.
Like for the post team that music to this one. Do me a solid, Casey. Do me a solid. Help me out here. Help me out. Everybody, watch closely. Watch closely. All the viewers.
Do you know where the earthworms are?
No. It's a gamble.
Yeah,
That was mesmerizing.
Especially with the music. I mean, it really did it.
Okay, David Hill is going to do his thing once again, but this time with meatballs. So here's the question. Link, do you trust Rhett to keep his eye on the good meatball? And you should know, the one he picks is the one you will eat. And before you answer, Rhett, I'm going to ask you the same question. Do you trust Link when it's his turn to keep his eye on the good meatball? So on the count of 3, I need you to give me a thumbs up if you trust the other guy, or a thumbs down if you do not.
Because you get points for guessing the right meatball.
And for
And
guessing,
you get
trusting.
if you were right about their performance.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. It's playing out how it's been playing out. I trust you. You don't trust me.
I mean,
To follow the
you
balls.
did a great job with not hitting me in the balls, and I did hit you in the balls. But I mean, you're an easily distractible individual. Nothing against you.
Whenever you're ready, and this is Rhett trying to keep his eye on the good meatball.
So, Rhett, we have the good meatball. Bad.
Okay.
Cups are going on the meatballs. Remember, good, bad.
Okay.
Here we go. You ever made a smoothie? Rhett? With some almond milk, spinach, a little bit of chia seeds, avocado on the side.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's a train. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a train.
Uh-oh, it's only 2 in the race. Oh no!
I have no clue
Oh,
where it is.
and we stop here.
I mean, I will say, I don't know where it is.
Well, but that wasn't what was at stake, you know? So
Yeah.
you weren't as motivated as
All right,
me.
I believe in you.
That's a good meatball.
Chaos.
Just a meatball, right?
That's a good meatball.
Hey!
So we both get points, which means you did not pull ahead. All right, now we switch it up. It all comes down to this. All right, Ray, you didn't trust me. So if I prove you wrong and hopefully earn some trust
You
this
win.
morning, I win. But if you're right, you win. So it does come down to this. Whoever's other secret from their wife is going to be revealed in Good Mythical More.
Right. And these are not just perfectly round meatballs, they're actually falafel balls. So I still do not trust you.
Which one's the naughty?
So we have bad, good, bad. Remember, bad, good, bad.
Oh, you just confused me. Okay, good is in the middle.
Good
All
is in the middle, bad's on the outside. Here we go.
For the trust.
3, 2. Oh, like keychain, like
So far, so good.
Whoa! Whoa, you ever been to Tokyo? Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoa, where you go? Where you go? Where you go? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Are you serious? David! You dropped the freaking...
Anything can happen. Anything can happen when David Hill's at the wheel.
What happened? Chaos magic.
I
I mean, it's impossible to be upset at this man. But if I were going to be, it would be right now. Okay. You know what? I like this because now
Do you know?
really gives me an opportunity. Of course I know.
Yeah.
To prove that I am a trustworthy friend. That is the good falafel ball.
If it tastes like
been on the
falafel-
floor. I will
saw
say that.
Yeah, 5-second rule. If it tastes like falafel,
I win.
you win. If it tastes awful, I win.
It tastes good.
That's just regular falafel.
See me? You see me?
How'd you do that?
See me?
Did you know?
I kept my eyes on the ball. I concentrated. And you have another secret that's going to be revealed in Good Mythical More.
I didn't trust
Great
you.
job.
That was.
Are you
it was
relieved?
amazing.
Also,
You
Link,
should be.
you get a special prize as well.
Love many, trust few, always paddle your own canoe. Okay, yeah.
I don't follow. Thanks for subscribing and clicking that bell.
You know what time it is.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Crystal.
We're wearing our mythical shirts at the Grand Canyon.
And it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Watch your step.
Love it, guys. Love it.
Click the top link to watch us convince Stevie which of us should be trusted in some extreme scenarios in Good Mythical More.
And to find out where the Wheel of Mythicality is going to land.
Episode 3 of RONSTAT, the new scripted podcast we're starring in, is out now. Check it out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to follow so you don't miss an episode.